Hi everyone, and welcome to stage 4 of this walk between Glasgow and Ben Nevis, the highest point in the United Kingdom. Total distance of the walk, 185 kilometres or 115 miles. This stage is from Inverarnan to Bridge of Orchy, and it is just 30 kilometres or 19 miles. Unlike some of the stages already done, there are no seriously steep parts and there are no seriously rough parts. This should be one of the easier stages on this entire walk because it follows tracks just like this. First point of reference, the Falls of Loch in about 3 kilometres. Okay, Falls of Loch. When I was last here, it might have been about eight years ago, I was walking in the opposite direction and there had been a week of torrential rain and you should have seen the torrent coming over this waterfall. We've had a pretty dry spell and there's not much to see. Just in case you've been to the Falls of Loch and you were thinking that was not the Falls of Loch, you might be right. I could see or hear people splashing and having a good old time further upstream, but I couldn't find a way of getting down there from the West Highland Way. So I'll show you some scenery here and then we'll get on our way. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? I think they're wild goats. They're still within the national park boundary, so I think they must be wild. But they were pretty tame. They took their time and slowly got out of my way. Right, next landmark is a funny little bridge under the railway line and the main road. And that's in around about 3 kilometres. See that hill away in the background? I think this stage ends near its base. Still got a while to go. Fantastic! A diversion up a big hill. And I thought this was going to be easy. I'm a fast walker and I tend to overtake some people. At this particular stage I started at 12 o'clock midday. Most people walking this stage would have already started earlier in the morning. So I don't think I'll be passing too many people. However, I have already passed 6 people heading in the opposite direction. You're never alone on the West Highland Way. This is a little tunnel under the railway line. and this is the tunnel underneath the main road. Now this is important because there's a landmark on the other side. Okay guys, this here marks the halfway point between Glasgow and Ben Nevis. 92.5 kilometres that way, 92.5 kilometres that way. And the best scenery is yet to come. If you haven't seen stages 1, 2 and 3, shame on you, but there are links below so you can catch up. And if you want to ensure you don't miss stages 5, 6 and 7, click that subscribe button. Right, the next point of reference is the town of Crianlarich, and it's in about 5 kilometres. That was the turnoff for Crianlarich. It marks a 10-kilometre point and also marks the first chicken out point. Chicken out points are where I decide I'm injured or I just can't cope and I can get a bus or a train home. But not today. 10k gone, another 20 to do. These hills have actually caught me by surprise. I thought it was a relatively flat stage, this. Don't you believe it? In fact, this part of the West Highland Way was originally a road built by General Wade, one of his military roads, built in the middle of the 18th century, sorry. It was part of the British government's attempt to bring order to the north of Scotland after the Jacobite Rebellion of 1715. This section between Crianlarich and Bridge of Orchy was built between 1749 and 1750. Less talking, more walking. I knew today was going to be a hot and humid day, so I brought some extra water with me, but even then I think I'm using up too much. We're just on the outskirts of the town of Tyndrum, or if you're from Glasgow, Tyndrum, and I think I'll buy some water here. 1 litre of water should keep me going. It's always better to have too much water than not enough. And one of these. This is my reward for making it so far. I'll tell you, my back's getting sore. I think it's because of all the extra weight I'm carrying because of the water. I was thinking, I was here 7 months ago. I was here in December, middle of winter, and I walked southbound from Bridge of Orchy to Tyndrum. If you want to see that video, there's a link below. It was done in the middle of winter, and it wasn't just very icy, it was dangerous. I'd never seen conditions like it. Now it's so different. Right, let's get walking. Well, to be honest guys, as I left Tyndrum I was really starting to struggle. I knew I'd finish this walk, but wow, it was a hard walk. It was because I hadn't been drinking enough water because I'd been rationing it, and I hadn't realised I hadn't eaten anything in about 2 or 3 hours. So now that I've had a really good drink and a really good feed of peanut and raisin mix, which I put together myself, I'm ready to take on the world. That is an amazing looking hill. Can you imagine what the view would be like today? Wow, that stage was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Partly to do with the heat, partly to do with the extra weight I'm carrying because of the water. My back is killing me, my legs are shouting, and my feet aren't talking to me. That was a tough stage. But anyway, we're nearly at Bridge of Orchy. We should be there in about 5 or 10 minutes. So I'm glad to say I made it to the Bridge of Orchy. That was a tough stage. The next stage, stage 5, leads from here, Bridge of Orchy, to Kinlochleven. It's a distance of 34 kilometres or 21 miles. Now it's the most scenic section of the whole West Highland Way, but it's also a tough one as well. It crosses over Rannoch Moor, passes Glencoe, which is the most visited scenic attraction in Scotland, and up and over the Devil's Staircase. Anything with the word devil in it must be daunting. Anyway, if you don't want to miss me suffering, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time. Oh, that climb was a tough one.